Did the world make you believe you don't belong here? Forget that. You do. You are a swimmer the moment you decide to be. Don't let anyone believe this isn't for you, because we believe this is for everyone. Speedo, swim united.
The referees for this session are, for the men's events, Sean Dawson. For the women's events, Victor Guerra. The starters for this session are, for the men's events, Sandra Wren. And the women's events, Cameron Mackey. Officials, you may be seated. Straight in with the action then this Monday morning. It's the women's multi-classification 100 metre freestyle heats. This is heat number 1.
So multi-classification races. Amanda Redhead in 1, Connie Ratley in 2, Brock Whiston in 3, Amber Haycock in 4, Natalia Holchai 5, Tully Kearney in 6, Evie Lambert in 7, and Dee O'Connell back in the water after her swim yesterday in 8. Multi-classification, of course, and the times that the swimmers register will be compared against the world record for their particular classification as it stood at the start of the year, and a points total will be generated. Range of classifications in this one, leading them through in lane 4, the S10 swimmer, Amber Haycock, S1 to S10, for those swimmers with a physical impairment, with the S10 class being least impaired and the S1 class being most impaired. Watch out for Tully Kearney in lane number 6, right up there in 3rd place. She is the world record holder. She set that world record very short time ago in the Madeira World Championships where she took the gold medal. She's in just about 4th place there. It's going to be a huge points total for Tully. It's 6:05 for Amber Haycock. It's 1,039 points for Tully Kearney. Wow, that was very, very close to her own world record time of 1:13.34. Well, usually when you see a points total in excess of 1,000 points, it's a world record time, but since Tully Kearney has beaten that world record very recently, it's not quite as fast as she went just a month ago.
Results confirmed for Heat 1, now time for Heat number 2.
Well, Tully Kearney, great swim there in that first heat. This is the second heat of the multi-classification 100 freestyle. We have Claire Connon in lane 0, Charlotte Hyde in lane 1. Scarlett Humphrey goes in lane 2. In lane 3, Fallon Cooney, no swimmer in 4. Eva French leads them out, the S10 swimmer from Nuneaton in 5. Astrid Carroll goes in 6. Liza Humphrey in 7. Fern Snedden in 8. And Ellie Chalice goes in lane number 9. Ellie Chalice, a teammate of Tully Kearney's in the Great Britain team at the World Championships and at the Paralympics last year. Well, we saw Scarlett Humphrey, who goes in lane 2 in record-breaking form yesterday. She set a British record in the backstroke. Can she follow that up with another record time here? She's going well, just 3 lines up from the bottom. 1:15.35 is the British record time. A long-standing British record, this one, in the S11 class. The Humphrey twins are swimmers with no vision at all. You see the tapper at the end of the lane. Keep an eye on this time here for Scarlett Humphrey, 1:15.23. And that is inside the British record time again from Scarlett Humphrey. What a couple of days she is having. And if that result is confirmed, it could be another British record for Scarlett Humphrey, 1:15.23. We turn our attention back to Ellie Chalice. She is the lowest numerical class in this field, and she is the British record holder as well at 1:48.42. Let's give her some encouragement as Ellie Chalice comes into the closing stages. Into the wall now. Paralympic and World Championship medalist is in this time in 1:55.23, 475 points for Ellie Chalice. In terms of the points, it looks like it is Scarlett Humphrey who is going to be top, 649 points. Of course, the highest number of points from the 2 heats will progress to the final. We'll wait for confirmation of that result. But I think I think, Rob, that's inside the British record time.
We will eagerly await for that to be confirmed for you. Ready to move on to our next event in the pool, then it's the men's multi-classification 100-meter freestyle. This is Heat 1.
So the first heat of the men's multi-classification, first of the two heats. As with the women, the 10 highest points totals will progress to the final. We have Aidan Stanbrook, S10 swimmer with a minimal physical impairment, goes in 3, and 2 S9s, Rowan Brennan and Luke Batty in 4 and 5. Well, saw Luke Batty had a good swim yesterday in the backstroke, and he's behind Rowan Brennan this time. It's a straight fight between the 2 S9s. We'll just keep an eye on the points totals. Generally, the higher numerical classifications will have to go faster to get the higher points totals. And Rowan Brennan's going very well here. 59.09 is his entry time. He's gone 59.9. Good to be under the 1 minute mark. 693 points. 5.68 for Luke Batty and 4.63 for Aidan Stanbrook.
Official result for Heat 1 now on the scoreboard. We've had a fast start in the pool this morning, and talking of fast swimmers, we've got Paul Noble up here all week commentating on these championships, and we've got a competition based on the main man himself for you today. Paul is obviously a highly decorated Paralympian. Today's question: how many international gold medals did Paul win in his career? How many international gold medals did Paul win in his career? You can enter on Twitter using the hashtag SummerChamps22. We're now ready in the pool for heat number 2.
As Heat 2 gets underway, I will just say that competition question was not my idea. Thank you very much, guys. Good luck, everyone. Kieran Williams going out into an early lead. Another one of these S10 swimmers. Zach Sturgis in lane 3 is also an S10 swimmer, but Kieran Williams followed by Thomas Navarro-Barber, the S10 swimmer and the S9 side by side. So you just see how the points might just work out here. Kieran Williams is going to have to be a little bit faster than Thomas Navarro-Barber to get the higher number of points total. Williams being tracked by Thomas Navarro-Barber. This is a very good swim from the Portsmouth North Sea swimmer. Again, another swimmer with an entry time bang on the 1 minute mark. Wonder if he's going to just slip underneath that. 59.12 for Williams. Oh, Navarro-Barber. 59.76. Great swim from Thomas Navarro-Barber. He'll be delighted to get under that 1 minute mark. 698 points. As the swimmers in the outside lanes come in now, can they challenge it? 5.98 from Sebastian Williams. And 5.21 from Xander Harris, with 5.40 for Zach Washington Young.
The official result for Heat 2 is now confirmed on the scoreboard for you. And just on the aforementioned competition, how many international gold medals did Paul win in his career? That closes at 4:15 this afternoon. You can enter on Twitter using the hashtag SummerChamps22. A prize bundle available if you can guess or count up. It was difficult for Paul, so it's going to be difficult for everybody entering. How many international gold medals did Paul Noble win in his highly decorated career? Next event in the pool is the women's 17 years and over 200 meter butterfly. This is heat number 1.
So the first of these heats for 200 meters butterfly. Millie Checkley from City of Birmingham goes in 3. Molly Briggs from South Links in 4. Zayan Chankar from Repton goes in lane number 5. Entry times for these 3 swimmers in the 2:29 range. Man, very close in the early stages between lanes 3 and 5. Millie Checkley in 3 and Zayan Chankar in lane number 5. And this is a mixed age group event, 17 years and over, so we'll have the 17 years age group, the 18 years age group and the 19 plus taking part. Looks like a good second half of this race by Zayan Chankar of Repton. He'll be the swimmer swimming in the 18 years age group. And the other 2 will be in the 17 years age group. So the older swimmer, in fact, checking in second place now, it's Zayan Chankar, I should say, from Repton, taking that lead. She's in the 17 years age group. And with that entry time of 2:29, will Millie Checkley be able to make a little bit of a comeback in the last 50? And she's going to pull up alongside Zayan Chankar. Very close indeed now as they go into this last 15 meters. Almost stroke for stroke, almost in sync as they come in to the last 5. The touch, I think, is going to be Millie Checkley just in 2:25.37. So a good improvement there by something like 3 seconds or so for Millie Checkley and Zayan Chankar, with Molly Briggs 2:34 in 3rd place.
The official result for heat number 1 confirmed on the scoreboard for you. This is heat 2. Your attention please, if there are any swimmers in the women's multi-classification 100 meter freestyle that are not planning on swimming in the final, please can you inform the timing suite immediately. That's any swimmers in the women's multi-classification 100-meter freestyle. If you are not planning on swimming in the final, please could you inform the timing suite immediately. Thank you. Back into the pool then for the second heat of this women's 17 years and over 200-meter butterfly. Entry times for this around the 2:27, 2:28 mark. As we come up to the halfway stage. First to turn, Yasmin Jones in lane 3, very closely attended by Naomi Shevels in lane 4. Coming into the final turn then, just 0.22 of a second in it. Marissa Booth still holding the advantage. Shevels in 4, Jones in 3. Those three the front runners in this second heat. There's the green cap of Marissa Booth that is just about out in front as we approach the very closing stages of Heat 2. And Booth does just about get it on the touch. Yasmin Jones in second, Naomi Shevels in third. That result is now official for you on the scoreboard. Time for us to move on to Heat number 3.
Our third heat sees Isabella Moore in lane 0 from Street, Lucy Turner from Burnley Bobcats in lane number 1, Megan Davis from City of Coventry in lane 2, Oriana Wheeler from Beausejour goes in lane number 3. Hannah Willis from City of Peterborough in lane 4. Poppy Mead from Derventio goes in lane number 5. In lane 6, Gemma Dilks from Tiverton. A good start in lane number 7, Eliza Pinkstone from Stockport Metro. She's just about leading them now. Isabel Wood from Stirling Swim goes in 8, and Charlotte White from West Suffolk Swimming Club goes in lane number 9. It is Eliza Pinkstone first to the wall, 107.06, just a second ahead of Hannah Willis, who had the fastest entry time into this heat. And the swimmers in this one, 2:25 or very low 2:26s. And Eliza Pinkstone, entry time 2:25.92, well on course to be inside that one. As she comes to this final turn, Poppy Mead moving into second position. And in third might be Oriana Wheeler, yeah, just by 4/100ths ahead of Megan Davies. Can anyone catch Eliza Pinkstone? She's gone out pretty much from the start and held this lead. Sometimes in 200 butterfly, things can change about quite dramatically down the final 50. doesn't look like that's going to happen for Eliza Pinkstone. She has swum this really well. 2:25 was her entry time, and she is coming in 2:22.58, my apologies. Oriana Wheeler finishing strongly, 2:24.30 for her. Well, it might well be a lifetime best for Oriana Wheeler, with Megan Davis in third place, also inside her personal best.
There's the official result for Heat 3 on the scoreboard for you. Time to move on to Heat 4. Here we go then for heat number 4 of the women's 17 years and over 200 metre butterfly. In lane 0 from Tiverton, Jodie Dilks. Lane 1 from Leatherhead, Layla Flower. In lane 2, Nova Centurions, Kate Morris. In lane 3 for Poole, it's Kate Baxter. Lane 4 for Wigan Best, it's Olivia Sheehan. In lane 5, also for Wigan Best, Rachel Hornby. In lane 6, representing Doncaster Darts, is Madison Johnson. Lane 7, representing Mount Kelly Swimming, Federica Ghibellini. In lane 8 for Newbury Swimming Club, it's Abigail Holland. And in lane 9 for Finns is Erin Taylor. Madison Johnson from just up the road in Doncaster is right out at the front of this heat number 4. Kate Baxter in lane 3, also going well. They are the top 2 at the halfway stage. Separated by 0.37 seconds. Entry times ranging from 2:23 to 2:25. As we come down to the final turn, it is the yellow hat in lane 3 of Kate Baxter. That will turn first, 1:43.86. Got over a second now of clear water between her and Madison Johnson in lane 6. .25 to go. It is still Kate Baxter leading this heat number 4. Coming along very strongly with a very strong finish in lane 1, Layla Flower from Leatherhead. And she has had a storming last 50. She will come home comfortably first, 2:23.04 for her, which is a massive PB. And a great result. And there's all the official results there for heat number 4. As we move on to heat number 5.
So heat number 5 of these 7 heats. Remember, top 10 from each of the 3 age groups will progress to finals this evening. But in heat 5, we see Maisie Thornton from University of Surrey. We have Beatrice Farley in 1 from Plymouth Leander. Henrietta Diamasa from Repton goes in lane 2. Catherine Roberts from Swimgunid goes in lane number 3. Betsy Wizard from Northampton, she goes in lane number 4. We have Chloe Harris in lane number 5 from the Royal Wolverhampton School. No one in 6, but we have Jasmine Sheffield from Leicester Sharks in 7. Pingyi Audrey Lau from City of Birmingham in 8. And Olivia Kingsland from Nova Centurion going in lane number 9. It's the first of the 3 seeded heats, so we'll see some of the faster swimmers in the centre lanes, Betsy Wizard being one of them, as in the first of the 3 seeded heats. So Betsy Wizard will have the 3rd fastest entry time for this event. She's going well, the Northampton swimmer at the front of the field, 2:14.82. That's her entry time. He has a safe lead over Catherine Roberts from Swim Gwynedd. Gap about 1.3 seconds. Henrietta De Massa from Repton. She is in lane number 2 in 3rd position. So all the action happening on the near side to us. Commentary positions just as we're looking at the pictures on the live stream. If you're watching us at home, lane 0 at the bottom and lane 9 at the top. So diagonal line for the swimmers as they finish. Betsy Wizard in 1st, Catherine Roberts in 2nd, Henrietta De Massa in 3rd, and Beatrice Varley in 4th, with Jasmine Sheffield in 5th position. Good swim from Betsy Wizard at the front there, 2:16 takes that one safely.
And that result is now confirmed for you on the scoreboard as we move on to Heat 6. Here we go then with the penultimate heat of the women's 17 years and over 200 butterfly. In this one, in lane 0, Harriet Salisbury of City of Peterborough. In lane 1, Kate Mills of Wickham District. In lane 2, representing Plymouth Leander, Amy Brownridge. Lane 3, Emma Erskine of Nova Centurion. Lane 4, Yvonne Brown of University of Aberdeen Performance. In lane 5, Jennifer King from the University of Stirling. Lane 6, Amelia Monaghan of the City of Sheffield. No swimmer in 7 or 8, so completing this heat lineup in lane 9 is Zara Keegan of the University of Aberdeen. Yvonne Brown in lane 4 with the fastest entry time in this heat, 2:13.91. And as we approach the halfway stage, it is indeed Brown that takes the turn first in 1:05 flat. Almost a full second between her and Jennifer King in lane 5. It's close around lanes 3, 5 and 6, either side of Yvonne Brown. Brown takes the final turn in 1:40.48, open up another half-second advantage over Monaghan in lane 6. Erskine and King still around about as well. It is Yvonne Brown staying nice and strong as we approach the final stages of heat number 6. 2:13.91 the entry time. And that's a solid heat, swimming 2:16.06. Second place in this heat, Amelia Monaghan in lane 6. Jennifer King coming through in 3rd in lane 5. That concludes heat 6, the official results on the scoreboard for you. The final heat now, heat number 7.
So the 7th and final heat. Oh, this 200 meters butterfly. Ciara Noon for City of Bristol goes in 0. Faye McDonough from Northumberland and Durham Performance in 1. Charlotte Johnson from Mid Sussex Marlins in 2. Molly Chambers, Doncaster Darts, goes in lane number 3, challenging for the lead at the moment with a swimmer in lane 4, Sophie Freeman from Plymouth Leander. In lane 5, Fleur Lewis from Barnet Copthall. We have Anya Priest from Nova Centurion going in 6. Caris O'Reilly goes in 7 from City of Leicester. Olivia Hunter from City of Leicester goes in 8. And Ella Bainbridge from Mount Kelly right up there in lane number 9. Molly Chambers, another one of the Doncaster swimmers, going along very nicely in the opening stages here. Coming to this final turn, 2:17.25 is her entry time and personal best. Sophie Freeman has an entry time of 2:13.82, so a little bit faster on paper than Molly Chambers, but Molly Chambers going along very well indeed. Lane 5, Fleur Lewis, already a couple of medals to her name already at these championships in the distance freestyle. Ciara Noon down at the bottom here going well in lane 0. But Molly Chambers chasing home Sophie Freeman, who gets to the wall first. 2:16 for her, 2:17.82 for Chambers, just outside her personal best, but a good heat swim from her. Fleur Lewis finished strongly for 3rd position, with Ella Bainbridge coming through in lane 9 for 4th.
And the official result is now confirmed on the scoreboard for you for Heat 7 of the women's 17 years and over 200 metre butterfly. The next event this morning is the men's 17 years and over 100 metre freestyle heats. And this is heat number 1. Four swimmers in this opening heat of the men's 17 years and over 100 metre freestyle. In lane 3, Brodie Gordon Gibson from Warrender Baths. Lane 4, Tom Robertson from Aberdeen Dolphins. In lane 5, Max Gazen-Holly from City of Cardiff. And lane 6, from Swim Bournemouth, Gabriel Knight. And it is lane 4, Tom Robertson, who comes up first on the scoreboard, but it looked to me like in lane 3, Brodie Gordon Gibson turned first. He is still just about in front of this 4-man field. Tight behind him in 4, 5 and 6. A strong finish in lane 5, but it will be Brodie Gordon Gibson who touches home first in 53.25. Which is quite a substantial personal best for him. And that is the official result of Heat 1 on the scoreboard. Time for Heat number 2.
Our second heat, Adam Graham from Millfield goes in lane number 0. Joshua Goff from City of Hereford in 1. William Starrer from Bankery goes in lane number 2. Dean Ahmed from Birmingham University with a very good start indeed in lane 3. Ashley Donaldson, Altrincham in 4. Max Adams, City of Salford in 5. 2 from City of Cardiff, Harley James and Samuel McCarthy in 6 and 7. Liam Dawson in 8 and Oliver Watts in 9. What about this for a swim here? Dean Ahmed. Entry time of 53.37. His personal best 52.13. So see if he can dip inside that time. I'm sure he is gonna. This is an excellent swim. 51.21. Wow, what a swim from Dean Ahmed to take that heat. That was excellent. Adam Graham also under the 53 seconds, 52.62, and Joshua Goff 52.89.
Official result from Heat 2 confirmed. Time for us to move on to Heat 3. Here we go then with heat number 3 in lane 0, Toby Hill of City of Manchester Aquatics. Lane 1, Tom Truman of Nova Centurion. In lane 2, Soundwell's Jake Gaunt. Lane 3, representing City of Cardiff, Joshua O'Brien. In lane 4 from Mount Kelly, it's Alex Mason. Lane 5 from Northumberland and Durham, Adam Strickland. Lane 6, Louis McAuliffe of Leamington Spa. In lane 7, Kieran Grant of Beverley Barracudas. Lane 8, Perth City Swim Club's Murray Pritchard. And in lane 9, Nathan Holmes of Preston Swimming Club. It is Louis McAuliffe of Leamington that turned first in 25.03 in lane 6. And it is McAuliffe that leads heat number 3 as we approach the closing stages, although finishing nice and strongly in lane 2, Jake Gaunt, and he's brought a few swimmers with him as well. It's going to be tight for second in this heat, but Louis McAuliffe takes the victory in 52.10. Another personal best in the heats. That's what we like to see. The official result confirmed for you on the scoreboard, and we'll move on to heat number 4.
Heat number 4 sees Frankie Docking-Smith and Caden Wellsby in 0 and 1 from Stockport Metro. Matthew Cairns from Millfield in 2. Antonio Rodriguez from Swansea University in 3. Solomon Williams, Millfield in 4. James Cleaver, Beckenham in 5. Cameron Travis from Aberdeen Performance in 6. Tyler Melbourne-Smith, City of Liverpool, trying to add another freestyle title to his tally this week. Jacob Whibley from Plymouth Leander in 8 and Robbie Hemmings in 9 from Poole. Solomon Williams from Millfield led them through the first 50. Jacob Whibley going well in lane number 8. Tyler Melbourne-Smith already 2 freestyle golds to his name. Coming through strongly in the closing stages here. Might be Whibley to take it just from Melbourne-Smith. 3 100s separated those two, and a further half second back was Solomon Williams, under the 52-second mark though.
Nice and fast, nice and close. The official result of Heat 4 is confirmed for you on the scoreboard. And we'll move on to Heat 5. Here we go then with Heat 5 in 0 from Swansea University, Max Elkin. In lane 1, Jacques Bonsall from City of Cambridge. Lane 2, Rory Dixon, and lane 3, Henry Baker, both of those swimmers from University of Stirling. Lane 4, Alexander Painter of Millfield School. In lane 5, Michael Ripper from Loughborough University. Lane 6, Charlie Paul of University of Stirling. Lane 7, Joel Thompson of Chiverers. Lane 8, Samuel Neild of University of Surrey. And in lane 9, Joshua Bailey of Repton Swimming. It is lane 1, Bonsall from City of Cambridge that turned first, but this is a very, very close field indeed. It's lane 4, Alexander Painter of Millfield, that's now starting to come through in the second half of this heat. And it looks as if he will be the first swimmer home in lane 4. Alexander Painter takes it in 50.93. Michael Ripper in second. And the official results for that heat are confirmed on the scoreboard for you. Could we have a representative from Stirling Swimming and Doncaster Darts to the timing suite immediately, please, as we move on in the pool to heat number 6.
Second of the seeded heats, Jack Scarry in 0, Charlie Hopkins in 1, Ping Chi Lo in lane number 2, Harry Nicholson in 3, Thomas Watkin for the city of Sheffield leading them through, he goes in 4, Ruben Rowbottom Keating in 5, Charlie Brown in 6, Rory McKinnon in 7, Tom Barden in 8, and Harry Wynne Jones in lane number 9. What a good start there from Thomas Watkin. Personal best time of 50.21. I wonder if he is going to try to challenge that 50-second mark. Be great to see him just dip under the 50-second mark. Maybe not in the heats, but certainly in the final he'll be trying to do that. But maybe in the heats he might just go there. 49.69. Well, Thomas Watkin dips under the 50-second mark. Absolutely delighted with that one. 49.69. Charlie Brown follows him, 50.94. Harry Nicholson in third.
That official result now confirmed on the scoreboard for you. Time for the final heat. Heat number 7. Final heat of the men's 17 years and over 100 metre freestyle. In lane 0, Aaron Ulkers of Mount Kelly Swimming. Lane 1, University of Stirling's Christopher Muir. In lane 2, Michael Klimaszewski of Camden Swiss Cottage. Lane 3, Calvin Fry from Mount Kelly Swimming. Lane 4, Alex Cahoon from Loughborough University. In lane 5 of Swansea University is Finn Nicol. Lane 6, Jacob Jackson from City of Birmingham. Lane 7, Freddie Clampett from Swansea University. In lane 8, Ben Blowers from City of Norwich, and lane 9, Caleb Fox-Jones from Newbury Swimming Club. Alex Cahoon of Loughborough University in the centre of the pool. First man to turn, and he is very much leading them home here. Cahoon, 49.88 his entry time. It's a personal best as well. We've already seen one heat go under the 50-second mark, and this one will do the same. 49.66 for Alex Cahoon. An improvement on his personal best, sub 50 seconds in the heats. That is the official result of heat number 7 for you, confirmed on the scoreboard. Just a reminder of today's competition. Got the dulcet tones of Paul Noble up here in the commentary positions. Of course, a highly decorated Paralympian. Today's competition question to win a prize bundle: how many international gold medals did Paul win in his career? Whether you're watching along at home or in the venue, you can enter on hashtag SummerChamps22. How many international gold medals did Paul win in his career? Competition closes at 4:15 this afternoon. Now into the pool again we go for our next event. It's the women's multi-classification 100 metre breaststroke heats, and we are ready for heat number 1.
So heat number 1 of this women's multi-classification 100 breaststroke. We have 3 swimmers taking start for the first heat. Again, as we've seen in the other multi-classification events, the times for the swimmers will be compared against the world record times for their own classifications as it stood at the start of this calendar year. 1,000 points will be equivalent to a world record swim. We've seen Scarlett Humphrey already this morning be inside the British record time earlier today. There she is in lane 3. She's third of the 3 swimmers here with the tapper at the end of the lane. She's a swimmer with no vision at all. She'll be wearing blacked out goggles. She swims in the S11 class. And out ahead of her, Eva French in the S9 class and Megan Neve in the S14 class. Megan Neve had a couple of good swims already this week. And Eva French in the middle of the 3 swimmers as Megan Neve just going past her in the closing stages here. So it looks like it is going to be Megan Neve with that entry time of 1:31.75. She's going to be well inside that. Excellent time for her, 1:29.81. Good time from Eva French, not too far away from her best time. And Scarlett Humphrey, there we go, 1:37.02 for Scarlett Humphrey. And you see the points totals there at the side of the names of the swimmers. 556 points for Scarlett Humphrey. So the S11 swimmer has the highest number of points so far. One more heat to come. See if they can make it to the final. The top 10 points totals, of course, make it to that final tonight.
There we have the official result for Heat 1 up on the scoreboard. Time now for Heat 2.
So on the middle lanes there, Brooke Whiston and Georgia Sheffield, they lead them through. Full line up here. Laura Pilkington from first. She goes in lane 0. Fern Snedden in 1 from RTW Monson. Lucy Jones from Newton in lane 2. Astrid Carroll as 13 swimmer in lane 3. Brooke Whiston leads them out in lane number 4. Georgia Sheffield from Bolton Metro in 5. Eliza Humphrey from Northampton in 6. Charlotte Hyde from Enfield in 7. And Samantha Lewis from Satellite in lane number 8. Now Brooke Whiston, member of 2 World Championship teams for the Great Britain team. She won medals in the London World Championships in 2019. Also a member of the team just a month ago in Madeira, those para swimming World Championships. And Brooke Whiston going through, coming into the closing stages now. We'll keep an eye on her points total as she hits the wall. Swimming in the SB9 class, 602 points. Can anyone challenge that? Georgia Sheffield into the wall next, 482. Let's see what Eliza Humphrey can get here as she comes in, the S11 swimmer, in 1:39.73. Just shy of the time that her sister set in that previous heat. 5:11 there Swimmers in the outside lanes finishing now. Brock Whiston still sitting at the top with 602 points. And the swimmer with the lowest numerical classification is Laura Pilkington. She's finishing now in lane 0. Not sure if she's going to challenge that 602 points for Brock Whiston. 360 for Laura Pilkington in 2:11.89.
And while we await official confirmation of the results from Heat 2, time to remind the swimmers, those competing here this week at the Speedo British Summer Championships 2022. We've got a competition for you to win a pair of Apple AirPods. All you need to do is take a photo of yourself on the podium, which is located in the foyer. You must post your picture on Instagram or Twitter with the hashtag SummerChamps22. You must also tag at British Swimming, and you must be following the British Swimming account on the platform you enter on. The podium is open for anyone to take photos during the heat sessions, but only open to medalists during the finals sessions. Once again, that competition only open to swimmers who are at this event. A good chance for you to take your best photo on the podium and be in with a chance of winning a pair of Apple AirPods. Heat 2 result now confirmed for you on the scoreboard. We'll move on to our next event, which is the men's multi-classification 100 meters breaststroke. This is heat number 1. So we've got a straight shootout in heat number 1 with all of the athletes in the S14 classification. In lane 2, it's Angus Leckenby of Cleethorpes and District. Lane 3, Ryan Potter from Blackpool Aquatics. Lane 4, Gavin Roberts from City of Glasgow. Lane 5, Jack Milne from Dundee City. And lane 6, Giorgio Oxby of Stockport Metro. It was Roberts in lane 4 that turned first. Very closely following indeed by Jack Milne in lane 5. Those two clear of the rest in this first heat. And Jack Milne is starting to finish very strongly here. And he's just about edged himself in front here. Jack Milne in lane 5 will touch home first in 1:11.49, 709 points for Milne. Gavin Roberts then 6:77, time of 1:12.60. Third place in that heat, Ryan Potter, 1:15.45. And that result is officially confirmed on the scoreboard for you. This is heat number 2.
So full 10 swimmers in this one. Again, arranged classifications. In this, Sebastian Williams in the S6 class in lane 0. Matthew Davis in the S8 class in lane number 1. plethora of S14s. Joseph Greaves, Louis Lawler, Cameron Byrne-Coombe, Joe Siege and Owen Garsides in the middle lanes. And from 2 through to 6. Zach Sturgis, the SB9 swimmer, in lane 7. Andrew Bihari from the S14s in lane 8. And Bruce Dee from Northampton in lane number 9. Well, Cameron Byrne-Coombe and Louis Lawler will renew their rivalry. Louis Lawler has had the best over the last couple of days over Cameron Byrne-Coombe, but Cameron Byrne-Coombe, very good breaststroker, made his GB debut in Madeira just a month or so ago. He's been followed by Joe Siege, but it is going to be Cameron Byrne-Coombe who's going to be coming home. He swam this 100 breaststroke in the World Championships in the SB14 class, and he's just about going to be 110 there. 735 points for him. Joe Siege comes in 113.10 with Louis Lawler in 114.46. Not sure if the swimmers from the other classifications will be able to challenge that 735 points. But the two SB6 swimmers in the outside lanes coming in very closely matched, these two. Sebastian Williams and Bruce Dee almost together at the end. I think Bruce Dee might have just got the touch there. 471 points for him in 141.76.
That is now an official result, which is confirmed for you on the scoreboard. Next up in the pool very shortly will be the women's 17 years and over 50-metre freestyle heats. Just to let you know, for those of you that are with us enjoying the swimming here at Ponds Forge today, we've got representatives from Manchester Metropolitan University. They've got a stand in the foyer. Do take a moment to go and speak to them about what they have to offer at Manchester Metropolitan University. They've got a stand in the foyer today. So we're ready for the women's 17 years and over 50-metre freestyle. This is Heat 1. Three athletes in this first heat. Lane 3, Rosie Domican of City of Cardiff. Lane 4, Libby Harris of Leatherhead. And lane 5, Sophie Houle of Warrender Baths. halfway stage. It is very, very close. Lane 5, Sophie Hall, maybe just about in front. It is going to be extremely tight on the touch. A good, strong second half of the race from Rosie Domican as well. Let's see who gets there first. It is Sophie Hall in 27:44. And that result is confirmed for you on the scoreboard, and we will move swiftly on to Heat 2.
Oh, second heat. Again, the swimmers with entry times in the 27 and a half second range. Very, very close in the opening exchanges. Amy West from Stockport Metro right up there in lane number 8, now being pressed by Cyria Birmingham's Imogen Viney in lane number 6. But Amy West going to take this one. She takes it in 26.77. Well done, Amy West. Under 27 mark. Imogen Viney in second, Emily Mears-Bentley in third.
That's an official result for you on the scoreboard for heat number 2. This is heat 3. As in the previous heat, all the athletes in heat 3 around about the 27-second mark. So sub 27 in heat 2. Will we see heat 3 go equally as fast? Very, very tight, going well over in lane 9, Isabella Jones. Lane 3 starting to come through, Jessica Lee. Lane 4 as well. It's going to be close in the middle. Amy Monks gets it in lane 4, 27.03. Just about as close to sub 27 as you can get. Second place in that heat, Lucy Grieve in lane 6. That result is confirmed for you on the scoreboard. This is heat 4.
Again, 27 seconds will be the target for this fourth heat. Very good start with that yellow cap from Catherine Elland of Poole. Maybe she just has the edge, but nothing much in this one at all. Hannah Woodcock going well down there in lane 0, as is Ellie Walker in lane number 1. It might be 4 or 5. Catherine Elland or Neve Ward into the wall. In fact, it is lane 9. Right up there at the top, Millie Scotchbrook. What a swim that was, 27.06. Woodcock and Ward in second and third.
Results for heat 4 confirmed. Moving on to heat 5. Here we go with heat 5 of 7 in this women's 17 years and over 50-metre freestyle. Some very, very close heats that we've been treated to so far in this event. And this one at first glance looks no different. Lane 6, May Bradburn, and lane 4, Erin Little, maybe just about ahead. And it is lane 4, Erin Little, that starts to show her quality as she comes through to the final stages of this heat. She takes it in 26.41. 26.58 for Bradburn in second. That result confirmed on the screen. Time for heat 6.
So sixth heat, second of the seeded heats. Katie Latham will be the favourite for this one in lane number 4. And she does have a very slender lead in the early stages. Rebecca Watt going well from Loughborough University in lane number 5, but it might well be Katie Latham coming in to the wall now, and she is going to touch on the 25.96, so good win there for Katie Latham. 0.2 of a second outside her entry time. Rebecca Watt in second and Josephine Klein in third.
The Heat 6 result confirmed for you on the scoreboard. We'll move on to the final heat, which is Heat 7. Final heat then of the women's 17 years and over 50-metre freestyle. Two sub-26 swimmers in lane 4 and 5, Harriet Rogers and Darcy Revitt. And it is in lane 4, Harriet Rogers, but also going well in 8, Kira Sterica of South Ayrshire. Starting to come through though in lane 4, Harriet Rogers is going to take it in 26.10. In second, Amy Davis in lane 3 with 26.35. Sterica did come through in third in 26.39 over in lane 8. Official result for Heat 7. The final heat of the women's 17 years and over 50-metre freestyle is now confirmed for you on the scoreboard. Next event for us to turn our attention to is the men's 17 years and over 400-metre individual medley heats. This is Heat 1.
So the first heat of the men's 400 metres individual medley, 6 heats of this one, and they're led off by Christian Dutoff from Guildford City in lane number 4. Full lineup for this one: Michael Young from Guildford in lane 0. We have Alex Keeble from Leicester Sharks in lane 1. Charles Hazel from Mount Kelly swimming in lane 2. Oliver Jones from Poole in lane 3. Christian Dutoff from Guildford City was leading in those early stages. He goes in 4. Alexander Williams from Ealing in 5. Mark Milburn from Colchester in 6. Jack Senior from City of Leeds in 7. Alex Austin from Hillingdon in 8. And Jacob Elwell from Northumberland and Durham Performance, who's now taken up the running just at the end of this 100 metres butterfly. They'll move on to the backstroke now, and Elwell has that lead around about 1.5 seconds from Oliver Jones, and also Christian Dutoft 4/100ths of a second behind Jones as they move in to the backstroke.
So as the athletes approach the turn in the backstroke leg of this 400 metres individual medley, it is Jacob Elwell that turns first in 1:38.5. 1:39.78, Charles Hazel in lane 2. But 1.28 seconds opened up by Jacob Elwell in the first 150 metres of this first heat. Charles Hazel seeking to close that gap as they complete the backstroke section and into the breaststroke. He has still a second or so to play with in lane 9, Jacob Elwell.
Yeah, quite often in the medleys, as we know, the breaststroke could be vital, and the breaststrokers in the middle lane starting to come back now. Alexander Williams from Ealing in lane 5, the top lane of those 2 yellow lanes in the middle. Just making a move on the 2 leaders now. Charles Hazel, a very good backstroke, and he's brought himself into the lead just ahead of the long-time leader there, Jacob Elwell. Watching it about 1/2 second. 2.8 seconds back is Alexander Williams, and also going well, Oliver Jones in lane number 3 now. Can the breaststrokers get back on terms as they come up to the freestyle leg? Certainly the gap is closing, but Elwell holding on to that second position. Charles Hazel just stretching out in first place. It's going to be an interesting finish to this one. Entry times for the swimmers: 4:46 the fastest, 4:49 the slowest. Could be in for some good times here as they go into the freestyle. 4 swimmers still in contention here.
Just less than 100 metres to go of this first heat then of the 400 metres individual medley. Charles Hazel in lane 2. Been in the top 2 at every turn so far. And it is he that is just about in front, but he's being paid close attention now by Oliver Jones from Poole in lane 3. Still Hazel that turns first. Jones 0.43 of a second behind him. Elwell still going very well in lane 9 at 0.75 seconds off the leader as they turn for home. As Paul said, 4:46, 4:47, 4:48 is the kind of ballpark entry time that we were looking at for these athletes. Lane 3, Oliver Jones is starting to pull away now from Charles Hazel in lane 2. Elwell still hanging on over there in lane 9. It's going to be lane 3, Oliver Jones that touches home first in 4:46.01. Charles Hazel second, 4:46.76. Jacob Elwell 4:47.74. Strong PB from the swimmer in lane 9. That is an official result for heat number 1. We are ready now for heat 2. Here we go there with heat number 2 of the men's 17 years and over individual medley. Let's have a look at who's swimming in this one. Lane 0, Elliot Sibley of Nova Centurion. Lane 1, James Froggatt from City of Birmingham. No swimmer in lane 2. Lane 3, Harry Hewitt of Millfield School. Lane 4, Patrick Braddock from Oldham Aquatics. Lane 5, Luke Clegg, Borough of Kirklees. Lane 6, Luca Arioli of Mount Kelly Swimming. Lane 7, Lawrence Elliott from Seagulls Swimming Club. In lane 8, Harvey Quiddington from Barnet Copthall. And in lane 9, Joe Stratton from the Royal Wolverhampton School. Coming up to the end of the first stretch of this individual medley, turning first in lane 4 in under a minute, 59.98, Patrick Braddock of Oldham Aquatics.
Yeah, good start there for the swimmer with the fastest entry time, 4:43.01. And he's got a clear lead over the others. Coming back now is Luke Clegg, Borough of Kirklees. But it is going to be Patrick Braddock who is going to lead them into this turn. Let's keep an eye on the gap between him and Clegg, 1.81 it is. Harry Hewitt has been there or thereabouts in the first half of this one. He's in 3rd place. Down there in lane number 1, James Froggatt still in 4th. The gap not really changing too much as these swimmers come down to the halfway point. Luke Clegg maybe just closing very, very slightly. He's kind of up to the legs now of Patrick Braddock as he comes into this turn. Well, the two swimmers with the fastest 2 entry times are going over in 1st and 2nd. The lead reduced to around about a second there.
Well, let's see what happens to that in the 3rd leg, the breaststroke leg. Braddock leading from the front, leading from the centre of the pool in lane 4. Luke Clegg in lane 5, just 0.08 of a second off of his entry time. So we would expect to see those two be very, very close throughout, and that is what we are seeing right now in the pool. Let's have a look as they turn this time. Braddock turns at 2:55.65. Clegg now just 0.16 seconds behind. Hewitt still going very well in lane 3, just over a second behind Braddock. And it is 4, 5, then 3. But Hewitt is finishing this breaststroke leg very, very strongly. Not a lot in it at all for Hewitt as he catches up with the 2 front runners from this heat in lanes 4 and 5. It's going to be very, very, very close as they turn. Braddock still ahead. Hewitt now into 2nd, 0.23 of a second behind, but still just about within half a second is Clegg. Those are your top 3 into the final 100 metres.
Yeah, middle 3 are going to be the favourites here. Very good breaststroke there from Joe Stratton from Royal Wolverhampton School to bring him back into contention there. He was in 4th place as they hit the end of that breaststroke. And also James Froggatt as well picked up some distance on the breaststroke. But now it is Harry Hewitt and the 2 swimmers alongside him, Patrick Braddock and Luke Clegg, who are going to take up the running now for the freestyle. They seem to have gone away from the 2 who picked up all that distance on the breaststroke. And now the leading 3 become a leading 2. It is going to be between Harry Hewitt and Patrick Braddock here as they come into the closing stages, and Patrick Braddock breathing towards Harry Hewitt. They're both breathing towards each other. They know exactly where they are, and Braddock is the man who is going to take this one in 4:42.43, inside his personal best, so he will be delighted with that one. Harry Hewitt also inside his best time as well, and in 3rd place, right down at the bottom. Very good finish from Elliot Sibley to claim 3rd.
Those results are now official and confirmed for you on the scoreboard, and we will move on to heat number 3.
And heat number 3 sees Andrew Jones from the Royal Wolverhampton School go in 0. Donatas Dragasius from Mount Kelly goes in lane number 1. Oliver Pope from Thanet Swim Club goes in 2. James Shevchenko from Royal Wolverhampton School, he goes in lane number 3. Robert Burgess from City of Glasgow goes in 4. And lane number 5 is Jamie Ferguson from Aberdeen Performance. Sam Williamson from Mount Kelly goes in 6. Ridian Arch from City of Cardiff in 7. Simon Robson from York City in 8. And Thomas Devanes from Mount Kelly goes in lane number 9. Might well be Simon Robson from York City who has the edge in this one. Or Sam Williamson, possibly 2 lanes down from the York City man is Williamson, with Robson in 2nd position. Not much in that at all, 0.16, and very, very close all across the pool here.
Nice competitive start to heat 3 then in the men's 17 years and over 400 metre individual medley into the backstroke. Over in lane 8, Robson is still going nicely, so is in lane 2, Oliver Pope. It is Pope that turns first, 1:37.19, Robson 0.6 seconds behind, Ferguson very much in there as well, 0.83 behind the leader. So each of our 3 front runners have got a couple of swimmers in between them and each other. Oliver Pope from Thanet Swim Club for 40.13 his entry time. And he's turning here in 2:11.45. He's opened up a bit of a gap there with that second stretch of the backstroke. 1.64 seconds behind Ferguson in 2nd, 2:24 behind Arch in 3rd.
He's looking good here. Oliver Pope just with that lead. A couple of swimmers coming back right at the top. Ridian Arch and Simon Robson trying to bring themselves back into contention now. Also going well, Jamie Ferguson, very good backstroke there for Jamie Ferguson's kept him in touch with the leader. But Oliver Pope has away and clear on this breaststroke, looking very strong. 1.9 is the gap to Ferguson. Robson and Arch, they were side by side there. Well, it was a very good turn from Ridian Arch, take him away from Simon Robson. Sam Williamson trying to come back from Mount Kelly as well, but it does look like Oliver Pope from Thanet Swim is going to hold on to this lead as they come down to the end of the breaststroke. It is Jamie Ferguson possibly in 2nd, but Ridian Arch had a very good breaststroke, but Oliver Pope just maintains that lead. There's a lead of around about 1.5 seconds going into the freestyle.
He's led throughout from lane 2, Oliver Pope. Can he maintain that advantage in the freestyle leg? Ferguson in lane 5 is the closest in attendance. Ridian Arch in lane 7 still going well between those two. Williamson in 6 is trying to go with them. To turn first though for the last 50, Oliver Pope 4:04.31, 2.38 seconds ahead of Ferguson in 2nd. Arch turns 3rd in 3:02 behind. So it's Oliver Pope who's done all of the hard work, been out at the front from the beginning, who is going to come home in 1st place in this heat. Ferguson holding on reasonably comfortably for 2nd. Williamson has gone past Arch to touch home in 3rd. 4:35.81. Huge personal best for Oliver Pope, who went out in front, stayed out in front, and takes a commanding victory in Heat 3. That is now an official result, and we'll move on to Heat 4. Heat 4 of 6 in this men's 17 years and over 400-metre individual medley. Athletes in this one: lane 0, Jan Poulton of Wickham District. Lane 1, Donald Bissett from University of Stirling. Lane 2, Barnaby Howarth Osborne of City of Sheffield. In lane 3 is Thomas White of Nova Centurion. Lane 4, Moritz Baumgartner from Mount Kelly. Lane 5, Rhys Grady, Stockport Metro. In lane 6, Rico Bringerman from South Links. Lane 7, Miles Turner from West Suffolk. In lane 8, Charlie Broom of City of Leeds. And in lane 9, Tom Robinson from University of Aberdeen. And we're looking in this butterfly leg in the outside lanes. 0, 8 and 9 look likely to be the first 3 to turn. Poulton in 0 it is, 1 minute 0.26 he turns first. Broom in 8 and Robinson in 9, the early top 3.
Yeah, a lot of the action taking place there in the outside lanes. And any of the backstrokers come back in the centre. Very close contest in the centre of the pool there, but Jan Poulton going really well in lane number 0, Charlie Broom. In lane 8, coming through strongly now in lane number 5. Looks like it's Rhys Grady putting himself back into contention here. But Poulton and Broom, they are pretty well matched there, although they're separated by almost the entire pool. And Rhys Grady coming back now, trying to challenge those 2 leaders. Other swimmers coming back in the centre. Tom Robinson actually coming back right at the top as well, possibly in 4th position. Who's going to get the touch at the halfway point here? 2 swimmers separated by 9 lanes there, and it is 0.16 separating them. Broom just for the touch over Poulton.
Not a lot in it at all at the 200-metre stage. Breaststroke next. Poulton in 0. On the side nearest to your screen if you're watching at home, nearest to our commentary position here in Ponds Forge. Spectator side of Ponds Forge watching with interest lane 8, Charlie Broom. And then in the middle, Rhys Grady is involved as well. Broom turns first, 250.69, just a 1/10 of a second in it ahead of Grady. Poulton still going well, 0.39 seconds behind our current leader. And this is some strong stuff in the second 50 of this breaststroke over in lane 9 from Tom Robinson as well. He's absolutely flying the second half of the breaststroke leg. And it looks like he's going to be right up there with Rhys Grady in lane 5 to see who turns for the final 100 metres. It is Robinson in 9, 3:30.12, who has it by 4/100ths of a second ahead of Grady.
Yeah, great breaststroke there for Tom Robinson. Also a good contest down here in 0 and 1. Jan Poulton and Donald Bissett side by side. Coming through in lane number 3 is Thomas White, but the leader looks like it is Tom Robinson, just maybe edging lane number 5, Rhys Grady. Tom Robinson with that entry time of 4:37.58. I think he maybe just has the edge now, around about half a second in it. Charlie Broom not too far behind, possibly in 3rd position. Jan Poulton having another good leg here after losing some ground on the breaststroke, but it is going to be Tom Robinson from Aberdeen Performance who is going to bring them home here. Let's have a look at the clock. It's going to be well inside his entry time of 4:37. Look at that, 4:31.98 for Robinson. What a good second half of that race he had. Rhys Grady, a good time from him, 4:33.31. And a good time from Jan Poulton. He was never far away from the lead, and he finishes in 3rd, 4:35.05.
That's the official result for Heat 4 confirmed. This is Heat 5.
So heat number 5 sees Luke Ibison from Loughborough University in line 0, Joe Cooper from Team Ipswich in 1, Charles Kershaw from Loughborough University in 2, Tony Joe Trett Oliver from University of Stirling in 3, Charlie Hutchison, Loughborough University in 4, Angus Allison from University of Stirling in 5, Oscar Barlow from Bath University in 6, Wyatt Walsh from Millfield in 7, City of Milton Keynes, Joshua Press goes in lane 8, and Nathan Wells from West Norfolk goes in lane number 9. Good start from Charlie Hutchison. Big Loughborough University presence in this one. Also a couple of swimmers from Stirling Uni. Charlie Hutchison will lead them through. Luke Ibison in lane 0 in 2nd place. So 2 swimmers from Loughborough Uni leading the way in that first 100. Tony Joe Trett Oliver of Stirling in 3rd position. Angus Allison from University of Stirling in 4th as well. So University of Stirling against Loughborough University. Real head-to-head between the 2 uni teams here. Nathan Wells going along nicely in lane number 9. Charlie Hudson does lead them. He is class of this field, that's no doubt. He has a personal best of 4:17, entry time of 4:24, so should be well within his capabilities. Doesn't have to go flat out, of course, in the heats. He has the final tonight. Sure, some of the swimmers in these 400 individual medleys will be saving themselves for those final performances tonight. Charlie Hutchison should be comfortable qualification. Remember, top 10 in each of the age groups will qualify for those finals tonight. So we have the 17 years age group, the 18 years age group, and the 19 years plus. So Charlie Hutchison as one of the favourites. Doesn't have to exert himself too much in the heats, but he's going along very nicely indeed on this breaststroke and stretching away from the others. Followed by Tony Joe Trett Oliver in 3, Angus Allison in 5. So Charlie Hutchison coming down to the end of this breaststroke. He's going to have a big lead over the rest of the field. It's going to be about, well, 3 or 4 metres the advantage. Luke Ibison coming back into contention now in lane 0. But his Loughborough University teammate is away and clear at the front. Tony Joe Trett Oliver and Angus Allison very close for 2nd position. They want to get the touch ahead of each other, I'm sure. Angus Allison will swim in the, well, all swimmers will swim in the 19 years plus age group, these ones. So they could come across each other again in the final. So important to get into the wall first, just to make sure you make that place in the final. Charlie Hutchison coming away. Really impressive performance here from the Loughborough University swimmer. It's going to be a decent time as well. 4:24 his entry time, and he is 4:23.77. Just outside his season's best, but that looked good from Charlie Hutchison. Looked very relaxed on the freestyle. He should have more to give in the final tonight. Excellent swim there. Angus Allison follows him home, and Tony Joe Trett Oliver in 3rd.
That result is now officially confirmed for you on the scoreboard. We'll move on to the final heat, Heat 6. Final heat of the men's 17 years and over 400 metres individual medley. In 0, Jay Manners of Northumberland and Durham Performance. Lane 1, Joshua Vance, Northampton Swimming Club. Lane 2, Pierce Greening from University of Stirling. In lane 3, Ruben Rowbottom Keating from City of Manchester Aquatics. Lane 4, Caden Edwards from City of Cardiff. Lane 5, Ben Harrison from Loughborough University. Lane 6, Joel Thompson of Chivalrous. Lane 7, Jackson O'Rourke from Northampton Swimming Club. Lane 8, Vadim Bosch of City of Liverpool. And in lane 9, Elijah Kendrick from Plymouth Leander. Looking in lane 5, and Ben Harrison for the early leader after the fly section. 0.84 seconds behind Edwards in lane 4. Just over a second behind them in lane 8, Vadim Bosch of City of Liverpool, as we turn into the backstroke. Turning first at the halfway stage of the backstroke is Caden Edwards in 4. Harrison not far behind, right next to him in lane 5, 0.38 seconds behind him. Greening's going well on this backstroke leg in lane 2. And it is those three alongside Vadim Bosch, who's still there or thereabouts in lane 8. Who will touch first? It's Edwards still with 0.13 seconds between him and Greening. Harrison 0.32 behind. Bosch still 4th in this heat at this stage. Greening in 2, just starting to up the ante a little bit more. Now you can see, if you're watching on the live stream at home, he's just about ahead of the 2 middle lanes there as he turns 0.63 seconds ahead of Harrison. Edwards 1.5 seconds behind our current leader, who is Pierce Greening in lane 2. Greening in 2, Harrison in 5, those two pretty much level and starting to pull themselves away from the rest of this heat as they prepare for the freestyle leg. Turning first into that is Harrison, but Greening just 1/10 of a second behind him. Edwards now 2.5 seconds down on the current leader, Harrison. Well, he was the leader at the turn, but I don't think he's the leader in the pool at the moment, as Greening again is starting to push himself away. Entry time of 4:29.82 for Greening, when compared with an entry time in lane 5 for Ben Harrison of 4:25.12. So on paper, 4 seconds between these two. In the pool, 1.65 seconds in favour of Greening in lane 2. Has he got a strong final 50 here, or is there a comeback to be mounted from the middle of the pool? Greening still looking nice and strong. 4:29.82 is his entry time. He's not going to be far away from that when he touches in 4:30.46. Harrison second in lane 5. Completing the top 3 in this final heat, Caden Edwards in lane 4 with 4:32.59. And the result for heat 6 of the men's 17 years and over 400 metre individual medley is confirmed now for you on the scoreboard. Well, the swimming not quite finished for the first session of day 4 here. We have got 3 swim-offs to conclude this session for you. We'll be starting in a couple of moments' time with the women's 19 years and over 50-metre freestyle. We've got a swim-off between Annalise Bainan and Kira Morris for first reserve in the 19 years and over age group final. Second swim-off we've got for you this morning is in the women's multi-classification 100-metre freestyle. That's also for first reserve for the final. It's Fallon Cooney and Leah O'Connell going in that one. And to round off the action in the pool in this session, we have got a swim-off in the women's 200-metre butterfly. In the 17 years age group, we've got a swim-off for a place in the final between Isabel Wood and Madison Johnson. So 3 swim-offs to come very shortly. And let's, without further ado, get the first of those underway. It's the women's 19 years and over 50-metre freestyle swim-off.
So both these swimmers went 27.17 in the heats this morning, both from City of Cardiff. Annalise Bainan and Kiara Morris there. Bainan in lane number 4, just with the edge at the moment. Morris now trying to come back. Can they get faster than the time that they posted this morning? 27.17. Who's going to get the touch? Maybe lane 4, very close again. And it is Annalise Bainan, 27.05. She made that improvement and she takes it ahead of her teammate Kiara Morris.
Second swim-off now in the women's multi-classification 100-metre freestyle. This is the swim-off.
So 2 different classifications here in this 100 freestyle swim-off for multi-classification swimmers. Fallon Cooney in the S10 class goes in lane number 4. Leah O'Connell in the S7 class goes in lane number 5. We saw Leah O'Connell swim the butterfly yesterday. She had to swim that one on her own. She's got company today. Fallon Cooney from City of Manchester Aquatics. Both these swimmers had 499 British para points. And it was Fallon Cooney's 113.26, whereas Leah O'Connell did a 125.73. So around about 12.5 seconds was the gap between the 2 swimmers, and we'll see what the gap is today. That's what Leah O'Connell's target is going to be. She's going to have to be within 12.5 seconds of Fallon Cooney if she is going to make her way faster, well, into a reserve spot for that final. Fallon Cooney, though, she swam 113.26 in the qualification heats earlier. Is she going to improve on that? It's going to be pretty much the same. Well, 114.22, so Leah O'Connell now has got to go somewhere around about the 126 mark if she's going to claim the higher points total. And she's gone 124.95, so Leah O'Connell, an improvement on her heat time. She'll be pleased with that one. She will take that swim off with 513 points.
And the result from that swim-off now confirmed on the scoreboard. So the final action in the pool from this morning's session comes in the women's 17 years age group 200-meter butterfly. For a place in the final, this is the swim-off. So it is head-to-head here for a place in the 17 years age group 200-meter butterfly final. Isabel Wood in lane 4. Madison Johnson in 5. Nothing between them in the heats, 2 minutes, 25 seconds, 0.74, both of them. So nothing between them in the pool, but in terms of entry times, there was a good 2.5, 3 seconds between these two. Johnson, 2:23.82. So she is capable of going faster than the time that she swam in heat 4. Isabel Wood, that was a PB for her in heat number 3, 2:26.03, her previous PB, 2:25.74. It is Johnson who has the advantage after the first 100 meters, 107.3. She turns 1.5 seconds behind at this stage, Isabel Wood. Can Wood replicate the performance of a lifetime from the heats to get herself on the start list for the final? 1.5 seconds it was the previous turn. It's 1.4. She's taken 1/10 of a second out of it here, Isabel Wood, but it is Madison Johnson of Doncaster Darts that is on her way towards the final 25 meters and is in pole position for a place in the final of the 17 years age group 200-meter butterfly. And she got herself out in front. She has kept herself out in front. Isabel Wood, seeing if she's got anything left for the comeback, but Madison Johnson is looking nice and strong. Wood finishing quickly, but Johnson will touch first in 2:24.53, so faster than she went in the heats. Congratulations to Madison Johnson. She makes it into the final. Well, ladies and gentlemen, that concludes our first session this morning. Thank you to our officials. You may now leave the poolside. Warm-up for the next session starts at 10:45.